This would be the story of an incredible journey and the star of the show, a pair of used eyeglasses. Imagine a life of being visually challenged and not having access to a pair of prescription glasses just to help you see. Local Lions clubs are on a mission to assist in helping those with such needs internationally. Your donated glasses change lives. The Lions of Michigan Vision Mission Project makes such dreams come true.
A woman was being fitted with glasses. She had a baby in her hands, in her arms. They took the baby, and while she was being fitted, the optometrist had to bend the plastic of the frames. And you do that with heated salt. And so he puts it in the hot salt, and then he fits the glasses on the woman, and she starts crying. So he quickly took it off, made sure it was cool, and put it back on, and she started crying again. And he said, "What's the matter?" She says, "This is the first time she saw her baby." Now that's a goosebump raiser, I tell you. That's a wild story.
Well, the Eyeglass Project started over 20 years ago. And in the world of vision, 80% of visual impairments in the world and blindness is curable or treatable. Out of that, 90% of that 80% is treatable by just a pair of glasses. So the Vision Mission team was developed to help treat that 90% that we could treat with glasses. It's a team of eye doctors and non-eye care professionals that travel to other countries to deliver eye care. We do full eye exams and deliver glasses and surgery if it's needed. In the United States, we can provide the eye care with facilities that we have to provide inexpensive enough eye care and eye exams. In the other countries, they have a few eye doctors, but they don't have the capability to attain it for most of the people. So we use our recycled glasses. Every year in the world, 500 million pairs of glasses are discarded. So we have a great supply of used eyeglasses to use. And the other countries, it's easier for us to use recycled eyeglasses there.
It started in Muskegon with Dr. Dennis Cobbler, and he and a group of people there, Lions, collected the glasses and recycled them like we did for quite a few years, and participation in the project diminished, and they were ready to turn it over to somebody that had some more energy, so we got it then.
Lions are the largest service organization in the world. Started in 1917 in Chicago by a businessman who was interested in forming an organization to promote business networking and serving those in need in the community. Later on in 1925 at the International Lions Convention, Helen Keller challenged the Lions to be the Knights for the Blind in the Crusade Against Darkness, which started our mission, our Lions mission, related to sight, which is our largest mission today.
As an optometrist, my primary responsibility is to check the prescription or refract the patient so that I can find eyeglasses for them, and also to check the health of the eye. I've been to Mexico, but the Lions Club has also been to Costa Rica, Haiti, and other countries.
It's a project that truly touches to the meaning of international, as a pair of glasses collected by a small rural club in Michigan can be given to a person in need with the connections of a small Lions Club in Central America via the program and volunteer team. So let's begin with a simple pair of donated used eyeglasses. How does this get to this?
We, as Lions, collect eyeglasses from around the state. They deliver the glasses here, or we pick them up on trips to conferences, and we sort them here, clean them, and ready them for mission trips to other countries.
They come to the warehouse where they are sorted, cleaned, measured, and then cataloged and tagged and bagged and put into a computer system and in a box. And then those boxes are sent ahead of the team to get there and wait for us to give them to the patients.
Twice a year, a club from the other side of the state brings a trailer load, and we collect probably 250,000 to 300,000 pair of glasses a year. The glasses are pretty funky sometimes, and they can be very nice ones at other times. We don't throw them away, we send them on to another recycling area, but we have a lot of glasses that we collect, and many of them have to be passed on to another location where they're used for other purposes, melted down or sent to other sites. However, we use about 3% of what we collect. We have kind of an unwritten rule. If you wouldn't put them on your mother, don't put them in the box. We throw away ugly ones. We throw away scratched ones. We don't collect lens, single lens. We collect intact glasses. We throw away cases. Just good glasses that we would be proud to pass on to people that need them.
Sorting is key to determining which pairs are eligible for further processing. You want the good, but pass on the bad and the ugly.
You have to have a lot of patience. It takes a lot of time to sort through these glasses. Not all of them are very nice glasses or clean glasses, and there are thousands of pairs of glasses that we sort through. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of man hours, and a lot of volunteers to get through all these glasses.
Washing is a time-consuming process that requires the most amount of hands-on attention, then dried with a towel, ready for the next step in the process.
The cleaning is probably the most mundane part of the job. We actually take each pair of glasses and scrub them with a toothbrush in soapy dishwater, and then dry them and check them against the light, make sure that they aren't scratched, and send them on to be measured.
Bring on the hardware, as the now sorted and washed glasses are now measured, neutralized, which is the industry's way of saying that the lens is measured to obtain the refraction or prescription.
Our club has 3 lensometers. They are machines that gets the prescription off the glasses. We write that prescription on a label and stick them in a baggie and slap that label on the baggie.
The process of inputting requires a meticulous volunteer, and a large stack of ready-to-go baggies do their job in keeping everything organized for the next big step.
After they're measured, we enter the data into a database that was written locally. We have a program that generates a number. We put that number on the baggie with the prescription, and that number stays with that pair of glasses all the way to the end where they are dispensed on a mission trip. They are in boxes in sequential number according to that number, and when the glasses are out in the mission, the doctor looking for a prescription will give a slip of paper to a computer operator. He'll find that pair of glasses with that prescription based on a number that we have in the program.
We go and take that out of the supply and dispense that on the patient. So we can sort through the 8,000 or 9,000 pair that we bring with us to get the closest pair that we have.
So we've collected, sorted, washed, measured, inputted, and it's now time for the heart of the story, touching lives from the young to the young at heart. Wheels up to another culture.
We're there for about 6 days, 4 of which we see 600 patients in a day, and it's very busy. Patients are lined up from before we get there, all down the block, and wait for hours to get in for these eye examinations. And we just work from at least 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night.
We take hand tools, lenses, and instruments to examine the eyes. So we bring them all with us. We do a full eye exam, examine the health of the eye, the refractive state of the eye, whether the eyes line up or not. We do this in about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we prescribe the glasses, and then the glasses are picked out of our supply and dispensed on the patient. Those patients that need surgery or have disease that we can't treat, the Lions clubs in the country that we go to provide the surgery for them. So those 10% of all the people that we see that need that are provided by the Lions clubs in those countries.
These patients are just people in the community. Sometimes we see people that have already had eyeglasses and prescriptions, but most of these people do not have access to eye care. We go to rural communities, and there are a lot of people that have never had an eye examination before. It can have a very severe impact on patients if they can't see to drive, can't see to read. Some people can't even see the faces on their children.
The Experience, touching lives that deserve to be touched, bringing vision to those in need. Lions clubs do serve the community, and more specifically, the blind and visually impaired. The Eyeglass Project is a true labor of love, and the end results do begin with a pair of used glasses. In just about any dresser drawer, one can find a pair of eyeglasses that are no longer being used. That same pair of glasses can change another person's life. Everyone can help. Patience and persistence play a big role in this great endeavor. On all parts, in between the waiting, friendships are formed, laughter can be exchanged, and cross-cultural education is a given. Think about the impact. A grandmother can see her granddaughter for the first time. A husband sees his wife. Economically, a pair of glasses means greater employment opportunity and the economic strength, helping the recipient maintain employment, allowing him to continue to support his family. A young student can finally see the board, his textbook as he prepares for his future through education. Clear vision means a better education, a better quality of life. Seniors with the right prescription may not have to be so dependent and can live their end days to the fullest. Sight participants, the volunteers, say their lives change after this lifetime opportunity. One can never take their sight for granted. Millions of people in developing nations are being pushed deeper into poverty simply because they don't have glasses. They can't learn because reading is difficult. They can't see. They can't work to the best of their ability because they can't see clearly. Lions clubs do collect millions of eyeglasses each year to address the need for glasses, making the eyeglass recycling project one of the most popular activities. And the mission trips are the ultimate fruits of necessary labor.
We're in other countries. We're hosted by a Lions Club in the other country. They're our teammates. They have to provide, or we ask them to provide interpreters for us. Very often we can't speak the language. We only speak a little bit of Spanish for many of the countries that we go to. So they're providing interpreters, they're providing manpower to move the people through. They're setting up the clinic for us. We're usually working in a building that's often a Lions Club clubhouse. So we have to come in and just set up there in that, and they're providing all of that. Their transportation from the airport to the city that we're working in. We pay for our own transportation to these countries, each individual member, and all our expenses, but they are our hosts when we're down there. So working hand in hand with them, often not speaking the same language, but accomplishing the same goal of bringing vision and sight to those that need it.
We have wonderful volunteers that sign up, come along, they measure glasses, they fit glasses to people, they help to find the right prescription in the computers, and they dilate the patients, get them ready for us to do the examination.
This last year in Tezutlan, Mexico, again I said we do a full eye exam and check for glasses. Patient, 32-year-old male, came in. And it was, I think, our last day there. He complained of headaches and very blurred vision and pain, severe pain in his head. We dilated him, looked in his eyes, 2 eye doctors looked in there, and he had swelling of his optic nerve head, which is a very painful and serious condition. Glasses were not going to help him. He needed immediate surgery. So through the Lions, we were able to get him to the hospital. They were able to take him from the clinic, get him to the hospital. They arranged to have surgery that night, and they removed the tumor that was in his optic nerve, causing that immediate pain. And he would have had no other avenue for that because you couldn't see that from the outside. It was not the glasses part, but it was the eye health part that we were able to probably save his life.
People will wait in hours to get a pair of glasses on our mission trips. They line up around the block waiting for the doctors to see them, and this is probably the first pair of glasses they'll ever get. Or if not, it's certainly an upgrade from what they've had, and the price is right for them.
It's very unique. There are not very many eyeglass projects that I know of, and it's very important that we go to these communities that cannot get health care and eye care otherwise.
This is a really good project to unite our club. I mean, we have a lot of regular workers out here that this is just a good social outlet and a rewarding work of volunteerism.
No doubt lives are being changed with this unique project and commitment of volunteers.
Vision is so crucial to just daily activities, and anyone that's lost their sight or lost their glasses, you know, they know how that has impacted them.
To go to places, whether it's here in other countries, and folks that don't have the opportunity to get eye care, don't have the access to it, and we can sometimes totally change their life.
It's an awesome opportunity to be able to give of my time and my talents to directly improve the quality of another person's life.